What's up, y'all? My name is Devontae, and I sacrificed my time so you don't have to. Alright, here we go, man. We're going to try this again. Last week wasn't what I would call one of the better episodes of Dynamite. In fact, it was downright fucking terrible. You got marks who will go out of their way to tell you, oh, Devontae, you're blowing the gasket. Oh, Devontae, you're blowing it completely out of proportion because your opinion is completely different than my opinion. And of course, my opinion happens to be correct because your opinion fucking sucks. And therefore, AEW was actually a great show last week. And you're a knucklehead. You're a dumb fuck. What the fuck are you talking about? And then I praise AEW, and they're just like, wow, Devontae, you're the greatest of all time. I love you so much, man. I want to suck your dick, nigga. Damn. Like, yeah, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Y'all some clown-ass niggas, bro. But let's see what we have on the tab for tonight, as always. So I guess the whole selling point for tonight is supposed to be we're having a homecoming. Jazz hands. We're having a homecoming. Oh, yeah, homecoming right back to Daly's place. You call it a homecoming, I call it a failure. How about that? These euphemistic terminologies, homecoming. Nigga, nah, bro, you couldn't sell the arena you wanted to sell out, and your bitch ass had to come back to Daly's place. Don't give me that bullshit. People go, oh, Devontae, you don't know. Hey, shut y'all lame asses. Like, you know damn well why Tony Khan came back, alright? And maybe his bitch ass stay off of Twitter for a while and actually get back to, being the boss for a goddamn change, or at least start being the boss. Maybe his bitch ass wanted to be coming back to places like Daly Place. Fucking spot smaller than the goddamn PC Center talking about, oh, homecoming, these nuts in your mouth. We got Anna Jay, Thunder Rosa, Chris Statlander, and Willow Nightingale versus Sky Blue, Ruby Soho, Saraya, and Julia Hart. And I found my match that I'm going to probably be taking the shit on. Congratulations, AEW. I need those kind of matches. We got Preston Vince, Adam Copeland, and Dustin Rhodes, and Orange Cassidy versus Lance Archer, Brian Cage, Toa Leona, and Khan. Good God almighty. Edge, you brought this on yourself. We have Darby Allin and Sting versus Konosuke Takeshita and Powerhouse Hobbs in a Texas Tornado match. We got Claudio Castagnoli versus Adam Page, Sammy Guevara versus Ricky Starks, and Samoa Joe's gonna show up. Oh boy, this sounds like a fucking horrible card. Oh, good God almighty, this sounds absolutely frightening. So, what's the betting odds right now? So, we're going to play another game this week of is Sasha Banks going to show up? Or do we have any betting odds? Anyone? I got $5 on Sasha Banks. You, over there, you got $10, huh? On you. You got about $3, huh? You got about enough money to buy Sasha Banks' weave? Oh, okay, fine. Whatever you want to say. Okay, fine. I don't think she's going to show up tonight. Meaning she might show up tonight. Because, of course, they have to do the complete opposite of what the fuck I think. And honestly, that's about the only thing I can think of. If she shows up tonight, then at least she got some news headlines. Outside of that, it is what it is, folks. I guess we have to rely on Samoa Joe to give us some entertainment. Meaning, I like Samoa Joe, but it's Tony Khan booking the show, so therefore we'll see him one time, and that'd be it for the rest of the night. Yeah, is that usually how that goes? Yeah, of course it is. So with that being said, because you could totally hear the enthusiasm in my voice, right? Let's get into the show and pray for me. Pray for me. Okay, gonna sound mad disrespectful when I say this, but I mean no harm when I say this. No different than the Bray Wyatt video when it comes to the Hall of Fame. No different. And I made 2 back-to-back tribute videos about 4, or I guess it would have been 3 years ago, with Brody Lee. Okay, I think he was an awesome talent. I thought Luke Harper was a perfect fit for the Wyatt family. And, I'm not going to sit here and say that I miss him in the sense of like, oh, I remember and I think about him every day, because that's just not true. I think he's a great talent, and I wish he was still around. I think that's something I would say. I definitely wish he was still around, because he was a hell of a talent. And, who the hell doesn't think, who the hell wants someone to die, in the end of the day. But we not do this? Can we not do this? Can we not, greatest TNT champion of all time? Didn't he only hold the belt like a month? Like, if that? He was kind of a transitional champion, wasn't he? And, like, the majority of the stuff, I mean, they gave him a nice highlight package, but for the most part, he was starting to build up his career with Cody Rhodes. He was just starting to, break out a little bit on his own and do his thing, because for those couple of months, he wasn't really doing anything. He had selective matches, and for the most part, he was just, like, wrestling a bunch of jobbers, right? Like, either he was wrestling a bunch of jobbers, or he was doing skits making fun of Vince McMahon. Like, again, this has nothing to do with Brody Lee. It's just the revisionist history because, someone passed away. It gets kind of annoying after a while. Again, it's the same thing with Eddie Guerrero, but I'm not going to down that hill. Just thought it was kind of annoying for them to paint him as the greatest TNT champion of all time. No, he's not. Objectively speaking, no, he's not. I mean, you can miss someone and not have to go completely out there with, the accolades and all or the acclaim, excuse me. It's not that serious. He's not the greatest TNT champion of all time, but I digress. This match between Hangman Adam Page and Cesaro, this was fine. It was a decent match, but again, and you guys know I'm gonna say, I say this every week, it's just another AEW match. It was just a regular solid match. Although I did hit the spot with Hangman Adam Page doing the Tombstone Power Driver. Motherfucker, if you're not the Undertaker, don't do the Tombstone Power Driver. That shit cringes me the fuck out. I hate when wrestlers do other big superstars finishers. And I know people are gonna probably be like, well, Devontae, yeah, he kicked out of the Tombstone, but he wouldn't kick out of Undertaker's Tombstone. Shut the fuck up. Don't do his Tombstone, period. You don't do his Tombstone. Moxley, don't do the RKO. Cody and Seth, I understand the implications. Don't do the pedigree. Just leave. Kevin Owens, stop doing the stunner. Everybody, just leave big superstars finishers alone. You guys suck and you're cringe. You're not worthy enough to touch any of their goddamn finishers. But, my actual criticism about this match is, and it's going to probably be a running theme throughout the night, one of my biggest criticisms is I hate the fact that they don't really have anything going in regards to, something fun, something engaging, man. Like, it would have been nice, maybe Samoa Joe. If he's going to close up the show, that's different. But, like, if he was, like, not going to close up the show, which I don't think he is, because they said that Tornado Tag match is going to be the main event, which fucking sucks. But, maybe Joe could have opened up the show if that was going to be the case. But, of course, he's not. We get this match, which is just an ordinary, regular match. And it's like, I thought about this. So, it would be nice if you... Because, Hangman Adam Page, he calls himself, like a cowboy and all this other kind of stuff, right? I think I talked about this a couple of years ago. But just to reiterate myself, just in case I didn't say anything, or just in case I did say something, my bad. I wish Hangman Adam Page would actually play into the gimmick. Dude, go full Red Dead Redemption, get a posse together, get go APA and you're in the back and you're playing pool and people are smoking cigars and playing dominoes and there are random bar fights happening and you happen to be sitting at a table and you got some waitresses next to you and you smack one on the ass or something along the lines of that. I don't know, I'm not saying you have to come out with a horse and spook the shit out of it like they did the last time. But, if you're going to call yourself a hangman or a cowboy or any of this stuff, it'd be nice and it'd be really, really fun. And I think it'd make for some really, really good skits and some cool vignettes if you actually played into the gimmick. And, speaking of that, you got someone like Cesaro and the Blackpool Combat Club. I used to have the same problem with Ken Shamrock and Steve Blackman back in the days. It's like, in real life, they fucking kill you, right? Ken Shamrock and Steve Blackman, especially Shamrock, they fucking kill you in real life. One can even argue Kurt Angle, but at least Kurt Angle had a character to, not to kind of distance himself from his his Olympian background. Kurt Angle had a character. He distanced himself from that. But Steve Blackman and Ken Shamrock played into their gimmick. You had Ken Shamrock, the world's most dangerous man, or the world's dangerous man. And then you had Steve Blackman, the lethal weapon. You know what I mean? I hate how the Blackpool Combat Club, they come off, or they have this gimmick where they're like, this big badass team, Def Jitsu. We train every day in our dojos inside the outhouse in the back of the Japanese kitchen where they're eating cats and dogs. You have all this so-called badass accolades about you. Your whole entire fucking gimmick's supposed to be these humongous, jacked up badasses that can lock you into an armbar and knock you out cold with some punches to the face and elbows to the chin and, toe kicks to the asshole. And it's like, you lose, like, all the fucking time. And you lose in the most embarrassing of ways. Like, if Cesaro is supposed to be this so-called total badass, and it's like, you go out there and you lose to Hangman Adam Page. It's not to say that, you know, it's bad to lose to Hangman Adam Page. But with a gimmick like that, like, really? You're gonna lose to Hangman Adam Page with a gimmick like this? You're supposed to be this, again, this tough mixed martial arts type of gimmick type of shit, right? That's supposed to be the whole gimmick, and they lose like every fucking match. It just doesn't fit the gimmick. And you would think, and again, I had the same problem with Blackman and Ken Shamrock back in the days too. You're supposed to be these big badass guys, but you're losing to, you know, you got Steve Blackman who's wrestling in the hardcore division, and you got Ken Shamrock who's wrestling for the Intercontinental Championship. You know, it's, I don't know. I always hated stuff like that. If you're going to portray that gimmick, then you better be that badass of a gimmick. I don't know. It just kind of hurts your credibility a little tiny bit. I kind of wish Heyman Adam Page had like some signature poses also. Nobody in wrestling nowadays, for the most part, has that, especially AEW. Like, Heyman Adam Page, he doesn't have a signature as far as like a pose. He doesn't have a signature time. Doesn't have a catchphrase. He's so bland and vanilla. It's so lame, bro. But of course, they had a great match, guys. So therefore, that's all that matters. At the end of the day, it was a great match, and that's all we need in order to hold us like we're good. Well, that's our fix. A great match. Oh, we put two away. But with that being said, we got an 8-man tag match with a bunch of losers and Edge. So yeah, let's get to that, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I needed to rant it on that. I needed to rant a little bit on that. Let me get some comments down in the comment section below talking about this too. Go for it. Unless it's gonna be cringe, then don't do it. Damn, what was that in my mouth? Pause. This is how you're gonna use Edge tonight. This is how you're gonna use Edge tonight. I gotta ask, like that's a legitimate question now. Like, there's no way someone of Edge's stature, in regards to his popularity, I'm not buying the fact that he's okay with how he's being used at the moment. I'm just not buying it. I'm seriously not buying it. This whole Christian stuff, like, they already bombed the shit out of it. They had some good moments, and those moments had a lot of potential to reach a pinnacle in regards of momentum and getting you really, really hyped for whatever they would have done in regards to a pay-per-view match or in regards to a show. But they've already had 2 matches, one with a screwy finish, the other one with another screwy finish, and now we're at the point where we're not even focusing on Edge and Christian anymore, where you should be building off of that. Like, Edge, you got fucked over by Christian. It wasn't a legitimate win. You got fucked over. Why are you just accepting going to the back of the line? Like, is this really the creative going on in AEW right now? Like, I don't give a shit who thought it is. If Edge and Christian thought this was a good idea, they're fucking stupid. If Tony Khan, who I really believe is the mastermind behind all this, if he thought this was a good idea, I don't understand how you can look at this guy and say Booker of the Year. He hasn't even done anything. Like, you guys keep saying Booker of the Year. What has he done so far in this show to make you believe that he's worthy of this? All I've seen tonight, it's been, 45 minutes already, and we've been seeing long form matches, nothing in between, nothing to promote, nothing, just straight matches. It's been 2 matches, and we're damn near an hour into the show. Like, come on, bro. This is lame, man. I don't give a shit about this match. Look, I understand this is like in tribute to Brody Lee. I get it. You got that Preston Vance guy who ended up hitting his discus, or I guess Brody's discus clothesline in order to get the win. But it's like, I don't care, man. And it's like, I don't even understand the point of the mobile embassy, bro. How are you guys so big, but you suck so hard, bro? I just do not understand I just gotta ask a question also. So put the Edge stuff to a side. That's already bad enough. And this problem extends to WWE to a certain degree also. Just professional wrestling in general today. I don't understand. People can be like, it's fake. It's fake. We all know it's fake, you dumb fucks. I'm just talking about the actual aesthetic, the imagery. Look at how it looks like. What are the optics to a person who's like surfing through channels and they stop and they see a puny pipsqueak like Orange Cassidy, and I like the character if he's actually used correctly, which in my opinion, I've been harping on this for years, in a comic relief role. I mean, like R-Truth comic relief, because I don't mind Orange Cassidy, but when he's actually used seriously, when you have him in a ring choke slamming giants, I mean, there comes a point in time where you have to look at this and you have to ask yourself, what the fuck are we doing? Well, here, hang on. We got a promo from these losers. The Gun Club. Let's see what they're saying. Oh, my God. Oh, God. I was going to say I'll hurry this up before Samoa Joe talks, but is there anything worth actually touching on? Not really. You had the Acclaim. They came up to the Bang Bang Gang, and they want to start a super faction. Like, dude, you already have enough factions. Enough already, man. Do something entertaining. This wasn't entertaining at all. Bunch of goddamn twinks. I swear to God. Alright, with that being said, I gave that enough time, right? 15 seconds is long enough. Let's get to Samoa Joe in this promo. Oh, man. This show's so lame, bro. I swear. That's a bummer. I used to like Sammy Guevara's little anime Titantron. This little what would that be? Dragon Ball Z, I guess he was trying to rip off with the anime Titantron. I used to like that. They got rid of that though. That's a real bummer. But he's about to have a match with Ricky Starks in a little bit, so I'll talk about this really quick. First off, I'll talk about Toni Storm first, because these back-to-back segments were actually really good. I mean, honestly, this is going to probably be the highlight of the show, most likely. I don't see anything else topping this. I know people are probably going to be like, "Well, Devontae, they're wrestling, it's going to top anything you see. It's all about the wrestling, Devontae. It's all about the wrestling. We need more wrestling." Of course you do. Of course you do, because, my God, man, we had any more wrestling right now. If wrestling were votes, Joe Biden, let me not go there. So we had Toni Storm. She was talking backstage. That was fantastic. That was great. Toni Storm is a great character. She's such a great fucking gimmick. She is on fire with this fucking gimmick. It's fucking awesome. She's like backstage and she's mocking Deonna Purrazzo and her debut last week. I mean, honestly, the fact that Toni Storm is even saying her name, that right there is enough. I mean, that's probably the biggest highlight of Deonna Purrazzo's career. And I know I got some Impact marks somewhere in the audience. Well, Devontae, don't you know Deonna Purrazzo? She did some things in the ring. Shut up, nigga. Damn. But no, she was mocking Deonna Purrazzo. Mariah May was like, "Did you see my match?" And Toni Storm was like, "Oh, that's nice. She did an arm drag. That's so adorable." That was fantastic. That was great. And then, Mariah May, she's because Toni Storm is trying to, have an interview, and she's talking about Deonna Purrazzo, and Mariah May is like, "Well, she kicked me in the face, too." And Toni Storm's like, "Oh my God, here's a chocolate. Shut up, bitch." That was fantastic. And, towards the end of the segment, you had, Toni Storm do her catchphrase, the whole chin up, tits out, and watch for the shoe gimmick she does. And she forgot her line, and she was like, "Line for the watch for the shoe," and then Mariah May, she was like, "Watch for the shoe." And Toni was like, "Oh, you ruined the moment. God damn it, you ruined the moment." And she walked away in a huff, and Luther started to laugh at Mariah May, and he walked away, and that was fantastic. Toni Storm's a shit. She's like one of the best women in professional wrestling today. I fucking love Toni Storm. That's a gimmick. That is a gimmick. I want to see more of fucking that in professional wrestling. Good God almighty. And you had this promo also with Samoa Joe. This was good too. I mean, I wish it was I get it. I won't be too harsh on it because this is Samoa Joe's first time, introducing himself as a world champion. But like always, man, with all their world champions, doesn't matter who. Maybe with the exception, ironically enough, with Chris Jericho, considering what's going on with him right now, he's probably the only one who was actually shown throughout the show, actually presented as a world champion. Oh, man. I mean, hopefully in 2024, they can highlight the World Championship some more. Hopefully we can get the World Champion, actually main eventing some programs for a goddamn change, getting multiple segments. But Joe came out, essentially, he's doing a self-promo, self-aggrandizing, grandstanding. "I'm your world champion." Look at all that heat, by the way. Samoa Joe got so much heat. All that heat when the crowd went, Joe, just all that heat, right? Has AEW ever had a true heel in their company? I swear to God, it's they don't know what the fuck a heel is, I swear. But I guess that's what happens when everybody has to be a cool heel, right? When everybody has to be that guy, and everybody doesn't want to actually get any legitimate heat because you got to get your shit in. That's what usually happens, right? But this was pretty cool, though, for the most part. Why? Because whose house? Swerve's house. He came out. He confronted Joe. He threw his hat He threw his ticket into the hat, threw his name into the hat, however that fucking saying goes. And then him and Adam Page came out, and then he threw his name into the hat. He started to go back and forth with Swerve Strickland. It looks like they're going to probably do a number one contender shot between Swerve Strickland and Heyman Adam Page. Winner gets to go up against Samoa Joe. That looks like the path they're going to probably go down towards, which I'm fine with. As long as Swerve Strickland gets his hands on that belt, that's all that fucking matters at the end of the day. I did think it was kind of awkward how they left the ring, though. I mean, everybody came into the ring. That's the first time I think I've ever seen in, like, professional wrestling history where, like, you have guys come into the ring during the promo. And, like, you know, when people usually leave the ring, that's the end of the promo. Nah, the two guys who came out left the ring and they were gone and the promo continued. I've never seen that before in professional wrestling. Or at least I can't remember. But Joe was still talking shit a little tiny bit before Hook came out, which I'm fine with. Hook wants to get the first shot. This is just a filler match at the end of the day. I'm cool with this. It looks like they're going to have a world title match, or at least a match next week. He did say 1 week, so I'm assuming it's going to be a world title match because he did point at the championship belt in itself. I'm cool with that. That's fine. If anything, you know what I would like to see? Because Taz, obviously being Hook's father, has a lot of history with Samoa Joe also. I would like to see something. I mean, back in the days during the Attitude Era, you would have gotten a long fucking linear storytelling throughout the night with not knowing what the fuck was going to be in the main event, and then something quirky or crazy randomly happened in the main event that you weren't really anticipating. I would have liked to see something like that happen tonight, or maybe they could still kind of do it next week where somehow, someway Taz gets involved. Like maybe Taz could be like a special guest referee or something along the lines of that. Considering he has a lot of history with both guys, I would like to see that. Or if for nothing else, get some heat on Joe and actually have him attack Taz. He doesn't have to do anything. Lock him into the Coquina Clutch. I mean, something, right? Of course, the party's going to do a regular match. I mean, hell, at least at the very, if you're not going to do anything as far as Taz being a special enforcer or a referee or getting attacked, at least have Taz go in there, go and check on Hook, like something. Outside of that, though, the promo was okay. Again, I'm not going to be too harsh on it because it was Joe's first ever appearance as world champion. But yeah, it would be nice if we can see Joe more often highlighted. And it would have been nice to see Joe in the main event. Instead, we're going to get a random Texas Tornado match in the main event. I don't give a fuck if it is Sting in the main event. No, it should be your world champion. And I was hoping maybe they can probably kick off 2024 with, you know, putting more focus on the world championship. But it is what it is, bro. It is what it is, though. I guess I shouldn't be going on my way expecting anything big and grandiose from AEW, right? Is that a word, grandiose? I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm almost certain I'm saying that wrong. But with that being said, Ricky Starks and Sammy Guevara in the ring right now, so let's get back to that match. Well, get to the match. It's ongoing currently at the moment, so yeah, let's go. Alright, beautiful. That 8-man women tag match is coming up next, so I got something to fucking skip to edit some stuff on this goddamn app. Stupid fucking power director! What the hell was that all about? Alright, so, we have this match with Ricky Starks and Sammy Guevara. And, man, this was... Not that I really care at the end of the day. I didn't really go into this match as if I gave a shit, to be perfectly honest with you. But I know some of you guys probably did. And, this was kind of disappointing. This match was kind of lame. I mean, especially that finish. That finish was really, really out of nowhere. And I mean that in a bad way. So, like, I don't know, like, did Ricky get hurt for real? Or did he miss his cue? Or whatever the case may be. Just because it was so... Like, it's not as if they botched anything. It just felt so out of place. I thought the match was actually going to continue. But the finish essentially came... Mind you, they're, like, going back and forth, trading blows. Like, they're in the middle of a sequence. And, like... Sammy Guevara hits him with a super kick, and like, you know how they no-sell it, and like, they kind of do the whole little strong style power-up shit? Well, Ricky Starks did that, and he bounced off the ropes, and then like, Sammy tried to go for a move, he ducked under, bounced off the ropes again, and he got caught with another super kick. Then he pulled him in, and he hit him with a roll-up, and he won. Boom, that was it. Yeah, just the way that I'm explaining it right now, you would think that it would be a lot more moves that was going to happen or something. Now, granted, I'm okay with that because, I want to get this show over with as quick as fucking possible. It's just one of those things where it's like, that was lame. That was really, really fucking lame. But you know what else was lame? Like Sammy Guevara, and it just, I don't know, did Wild Bill Hiccup miss his fucking cue also? That was so weird and so awkward. You have Sammy Guevara, he's like shaking Ricky Starks' hand, and they're awkwardly just standing there shaking each other's hands and like embracing each other to a certain degree for like a full-on 10 to 15 seconds, which doesn't sound like a long time. But when like the camera is like directly on you and it's so fucking obvious that Wild Bill Hiccup is about to fucking hit you from behind, it comes off really, really fucking awkward just having the camera linger on them for so fucking long. But eventually, as I said before, Wild Bill Hiccup, he clobbered Sammy Guevara from behind, and then like they're jumping him, and then Jericho comes out, and they start having like this brawl around the ring because they have this, the Battle of the Belts show that no one ever fucking watches. They have that coming up this Saturday, right? And it's going to be a street fight match for the Tag Team Championship belts. And like they're trying to do the whole fucking Anarchy in the Arena gimmick, when Jon Moxley's Wild Thing is playing, and like it'll just continuously keep playing throughout the entire match. And they're brawling around the arena, and I feel like if they didn't have hardcore matches every fucking week, that this would hit a little bit better as far as the promotion is considered. But considering that they have these kinds of matches every fucking week, it's just one of those things where it's just like, no, I don't care. I get what they're trying to do. I get what they're trying to accomplish, but no, you have these kind of matches all the time. Why the fuck should I give a shit all of a sudden? No. And also the inconsistent booking also too. Can I say this also? Like, never mind how lame the match was. Never mind how lame the finish is. I'm not a big fan of the guy. I know, shoot me in the head if you want to, but I don't really care for Ricky Starks all too much. That still doesn't take away from the fact that, you just had this guy in the feud with CM Punk a couple of months ago, right? Then you had him in this feud with Bryan Danielson, right? Like, nothing against, any of the guys. No, what am I saying? Fuck them both. But like, why is he like... Okay, I don't have a problem with Sammy Guevara beating him, because again, you're trying to build up momentum, build up some doubt that the tag team champions could retain their championship. Again, it's a gimmick as old as time when it comes to promoting the match. But like, you mean to tell me that you couldn't have, Jericho interfere, or Wild Bill Hiccup cause a distraction with Jericho, and then, if there was ever a time for a legitimate fucking roll-up, this would have been the time, right? The whole little distraction roll-up gimmick they always do in professional wrestling. If there ever was a fucking time for that, wouldn't have been now? Unless they just completely given up on Ricky Starks, which I'm perfectly fine with. Again, I don't give a shit about him. It's just one of those things that I'm looking at. I'm just like, you just booking him strong, like, not even 2 months ago, and now that's just like, done? Like, that's it? Not a zilch? Like, that's it? Okay, fine. Just another notch in Tony Khan and AEW's inconsistent booking pocket, right? Because I swear to God, if one guy even thinks about building up fucking momentum, Tony Khan, that goddamn bully, that he'll bury you. He'll bury you. He's like the Booker equivalent of Shawn Michaels back in 1996. Tony Khan books no one. Wait, what would I say? Hold on. Tony Khan books for absolutely nobody. Books correctly for... I fucked up already. God damn it, Devontae. Ugh. I'm such a cringe magnet. Alright, but with that being said, we got this 6-man, 8-woman, who cares? Non-binary, they, them, pronouns, I don't give a fuck. We got this women match I'm not gonna fucking review because, well, it's raining outside and I want to go play in the rain. Fuck, no, I gotta edit this shit first. Maybe I can do both at the same time. My neighbors might think I'm creepy, though. It wouldn't be the first time they thought I was creepy. Alright, let's continue on with the show. Not reviewing the women's match, though, so, I don't know. Get bent. Fuck off. Alright, folks, tapping out again. Can't do it anymore. I tried. I give up again. This main event, why do I care to want to watch this main event? Why do I give a shit? Why do I give a shit about Sting and Darby Allin to take on Takeshita and Will Hobbs? Why do I care? Like, what is going to happen in that match that keeps me wondering? That keeps me guessing? First off, Sting and Darby's going to win. You have Sting's final match coming up in fucking March. Like, you think they're going to have him lose already? That's not happening. So, it's a waste of time. The whole point of all this is just to have a match, then they celebrate in front of the audience. Like, what the fuck good is this main event? I don't give a shit about this. But, before I go, let me talk about this real quick. First off, Deonna Purrazzo. I know, you give a shit about her too, right? Holy fucking, what's with that tent? Hey, yo, New Jersey people, in particular, the Italian. What's going on out there, eh? Bada boom, bada bing, bing, boom, bada boom, bada bing, bing, boom, boom, bing, bada boom, bing, bada boom. Ow. Like, why do you guys tan so much? What is with all the tanning? Holy shit, bro. I know she's bleach skin. Why the hell she tan so fucking hard, bro? She looks like a street light at nighttime. What the fuck? Boring ass girl. Boring ass promo. Boring ass interview. You know you're bad when you make Renee Patty Cake the actual entertaining one when all she's doing is just holding the goddamn microphone. But this is United Kingdom, people. Or I keep saying United Kingdom. Goddamn, switch your dumbass names. The Undisputed Kingdom. First off, let me get this straight. Roddy, you go in there with an absolute nobody jobber. A jobber. Fuck, this is a straight up fucking jobber. He looks like Jay Lethal put on a few pounds. Why are you having a one-on-one straight up match with, why are you giving him offense? Why? Dude, why is professional wrestling so stupid today, bruh? Is this really just filler? Nothing happened exciting tonight, by the way. Outside of maybe the promo with Samoa Joe, and I enjoyed what Toni Storm did. That was the highlight for me. But outside of that, like, nothing happened to promote anything, to do anything, to have anything. I don't know, bruh. I don't get it. Regardless, so you have this match with Roderick Strong versus this fucking Jay Lethal wannabe over here. And he's like giving him offense. Why are you giving him offense when you're trying to establish this new stable? That just makes no sense to me whatsoever. Like, you're trying to get over this stable, right? Make them look like complete badass. Now, unfortunately, again, it's the Undisputed Kingdom. You know, the Kingdom and Adam Cole and a washed up Wardlow. Yeah, we got to that point where you completely just made Wardlow irrelevant in my eyes. I was one of Wardlow's biggest stands about 2 years ago, and now the guy's just a complete washed up loser in my eyes right now, and a complete idiot from a character perspective. Still can't get over the fact that you left MJF in that situation to get right back into the same situation with Adam Cole. Makes no sense whatsoever. Just a complete ridicule of that character. Just a complete botch of it. Just the story of Wardlow, put that on fucking Dark Side of the Ring. I don't give a shit how kayfabe it is. Oh my god, just such a complete travesty of how you just completely bury that dude. But regardless, I keep getting off track here. You have Roderick Strong against this guy, and he gives him offense for some fucking reason. They actually have a legitimate match. This guy's kicking out of moves. I mean, he didn't even get a fucking entrance. That's how big of a jobber he is. And Roderick Strong, the guy who's a part of one of the, I would assume, the biggest stable in AEW. And where are the rest of those fucking ninja guys at also? Wasn't it like 30 of those motherfuckers running around? Where the fuck are the... You know what am I doing? Goddamn Retribution 2.0 over here, right? And then after the match, because Roderick Strong did win the match, even though it looked like he was having trouble with a jobber, but apparently I'm supposed to take him seriously and the rest of the stable seriously. Adam Cole gets on the microphone, and he starts going on this long diatribe. Ugh, God, I cannot take them seriously at all. He's like putting over all the members. He's putting over this 20-year veteran guy who legitimately he's struggling with a jobber. For God's sakes, he's struggling with a jobber. You have the ROH Tag Team Champions, you have one half of these guys. I don't even know his goddamn name. Like, who is this unknown CAW? And then you have this other guy over here who's proud of the fact that his 3-year-old daughter likes to go watch naked men tranced around the goddamn stage. You have these losers who are ROH Tag Team Champions, which I would assume, and what will make more sense is maybe they should be the actual Tag Team Champions, considering, you know, they are the top stable. What am I doing? And as I talked about with Wardlow, like I said, he put over Wardlow too. I mean, I already made my feelings known about Wardlow and how he's actually booked right now. You want me to take these guys seriously? You really want me to take them seriously? What would have been nice is maybe if they were backstage, attacking people, doing something more badass. Maybe they could have just beat the shit out of this jobber right here, for an example. Something along the lines of that. No. You have Roderick Strong struggle with a jobber, and then Adam Cole cuts his self promo with no one fucking coming out, no one interrupting, just them talking and talking and talking and talking. This is boring, bro. This was lame. Everything about this was lame. The booking was lame and stupid. It had me scratching my head. And, I mean, off rip, you're already ruining the momentum just by having Roderick Strong struggle with a jobber. And just everything about this was stupid. Oh, by the way, I seen a Solid Monster sign in the crowd. That was pretty cool. That was awesome. That was nice. I mean, you know, fuck Solid Monster. But that was awesome, though. And yeah, this show was just garbage, garbaggio. I don't have to watch any more of this. Like I said, what more do I need to see with Sting and Darby Allin versus these guys? What, Don Callis is going to come in and make some type of appearance? I don't give a shit about any of this, man. You know what's gonna happen? What? It's what's his name? The Aussie oi guy gonna come out? Huh? How are we gonna put over more jobbers in the end of the day? Because apparently I don't want. And what is with AEW? Because they did it with NJ also. Look, wins don't do anything when it's the only way you use. That's the only tool you have in your arsenal to get people over. Is just having random. And they do this a lot, bro. Where they'll take the obvious lowest on the totem pole guy in the tag team matches, and they will always use them to get the win. You're not putting over anybody when all you're going to do at the end of the day is cut off their momentum. They cut their legs from underneath them as soon as you get to like the next 2 weeks after you put them in some random fucking title match. I mean, you have Tony Khan going around saying Jinder Mahal doesn't deserve a title shot, but of course, the guy who just got a random fucking pinfall. Or maybe I'm missing the point here. Maybe he gets a random. Maybe he or she gets a random pinfall, and then like you do a match on fucking Dark or Elevation or Rampage. I dropped my goddamn microphone. Ugh, God damn it! Damn it! There we go. Why the hell do I give a shit? Do you guys give a shit? I don't give a shit. This show sucked though, man. Was it better than last week? I guess, but is that really saying anything? No. Shit was just terrible, man. This was just boring. It was putting me to sleep. I was actually falling asleep again, man. Man, AEW, man, they're just so bad right now. I don't see how anyone can actually watch this show and legitimately take it seriously. But if you do, I mean, you're a goddamn trooper, man. I'm not even, it's bad. I don't even have any emotions towards it. I'm not mad. I'm not angry. I'm not happy. I'm not confused. It's just nothingness. And that's the worst kind of reaction you should have. I just feel nothing when it comes to this show, but of course someone's going to try to find an excuse to put it over, so hey, don't let me stop you, man. At the end of the day, don't let me ruin your dreams of cooking for AEW. Am I right? Of course I am. As always, my name is Devontae, and I'll be catching you fine folks later. Deuces, P. Ice.